everybody, Crystal and Shadow here, back with Steven Universe, and this time we watched the original pilot. So we got to see a bit of what the show could have been, and
Thank God.
yeah, I know, the animation and things was a lot different. They tried to go for a different animation style, and I'm glad we got what we had today. But it's cool to see that characters like Lars and Sadie existed even back then.
I mean, they were in the actual first episode.
Yeah. And I read somewhere that Rebecca Sugar actually created them years ago for something else and then ended up using them for this. So they've actually existed for a long time.
In her mind.
Yeah. Well, also in pictures, she's done concept art a long time ago.
Oh well.
But it's good to see how their designs changed as well. Like Lars's hair was darker, things like that. The gems looked a bit different. Pearl just looked weird. Amethyst was basically the same though.
I will say I'm so glad I'm so glad Cat episode was the first one.
Yeah. But this one had an interesting plot though. I liked,
Yeah, but let's face it, Stevens and the Stevens did it better.
I guess so. I mean,
This one came off too childish. Again, it just was such a dumb episode.
Yeah, to be fair, it was originally thought of as a kids' show when it was created.
It still is a kids' show.
Yeah. It's just not as childish as it could have been.
Yeah.
One little detail that I like is notice how each time he goes back in time, he brings whatever he's holding, like the bags of donuts.
Yeah, I noticed that. He gets more and more donuts and then they're gone.
Which means, when I first watched it, I thought, okay, he broke the time thing, so none of that's gonna happen. But if he brings back things he's holding, wouldn't that mean there's still a copy of it in Amethyst's pocket?
Oh, yeah!
And he just broke the one he brought back with him?
Well, a time duplicate is always doomed.
Yeah, so he broke that one, but maybe there's still one in Amethyst's pocket and that loop is going to go on forever.
Except Steven won't do it again. Not that it matters, none of this is canon.
True.
To quote the April Fool's episode.
Don't worry, bro, none of this is canon.
See, as I always say, people always say, oh, if they don't say it's canon, then it's not canon. No, I always say it's canon until they say it isn't canon.
Yeah. But yeah, I still found it really interesting to see what they did with it back then.
It's like going back and watching the Tracy Ullman shorts of The Simpsons.
Yes! The animation is a lot different, but the characters are still themselves for the most part.
I get it, kind of.
It's completely voiced by all four of... And I think Lars and Sadie might also have their voice actors.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah. And Zach Callison was actually really young when he first recorded that.
I was gonna say, something seemed off about it, but that's what you get for having child actors.
Yeah, I think he said he was like 14-ish when he first did the pilot, and then it took him like a year or so before they ended up making the actual first episode. I'm not sure.
Well, that's how pilots usually work.
Yeah. Takes a while to fine-tune and make some changes.
Yeah, there's a lot of odd stuff about pilots, which I'll point out when I get to it.
Yeah. Like, there's two different kinds of pilots. The kind that actually fits in with the rest of the show, or the kind like this where it's more like a concept
No, that's
idea.
the thing, though. There is an unaired pilot of Doctor Who, which is mostly similar, but there are some differences.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, I never expected to like it, but it was still interesting. It was nice that they reworked Stevens' song into being the opening theme.
Yeah, definitely. And also when they ended up making episodes, they ended up using the time thing in an episode, which we just saw.
Yeah, that often happens with shows. Like they take a plot that was going to happen and eventually rework it to a different story.
Yeah.
It's like in Futurama when you find out Cubert was supposed to debut in the Garbage Bowl episode.
He was?
Yes.
Oh, how?
I don't know. We'll get to that, but obviously it would have been a different episode. But yeah, but oh well, it was okay to see. Obviously, it's not good, but hey.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we still have to rate this? Because it's not like an actual proper episode. I don't know.
I'll give it a 4 out of 5. A 4 out of 10, just for the sake of it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Just for the sake of having ratings, but this is more just you seeing my impressions.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6, whatever.
Now you're just being weird, but whatever. Next time we will watch a real episode again.
Yeah. I found it how I liked how they understood how the device had worked. Like Pearl said, now that you've used it, it only works for that purpose. And Garnet was clever. When she called him a butt face, when I first watched it, I was like, that's out of character, calling him that. And then I realized she was basically setting up a save state for him so that he can see what happens, see what they do wrong, and then go back and tell them.
Yeah, alright, I'll give you that. That was a clever bit that I didn't think of, but all in all, it was alright, but it's a fun little experiment to be. I'm not going to hold anything against it.
Yeah, it's just them trying something out, and they ended up changing things.
Yeah, but this was alright. Next time, we'll once again return to watching normal episodes.
Yeah.
Do you know what the next episode we're actually going to watch is?
Monster Buddies.
Alright, well, next time, we'll see buddies who have monsters.
Sure, whatever you say. So if you liked this, like, comment, subscribe, and hey, if you haven't actually seen the unaired pilot, it is on YouTube, and I will put a link in the description below.
And if you haven't seen the unaired pilot and made it through our review, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. I don't know, maybe they just were like, pilot, what are they on about? And clicked it to see if we would explain it. Maybe we should have explained what it was at the beginning of the video, so just in case they didn't know.
We didn't?
I don't think we really explained what it was. But...
Well, unfortunately, I didn't insult anything, so we can't go back and check. Ha, I made a dumb joke. Anyway, I said next time we'll watch Monster with Buddies.
Okay, that works.
What if it doesn't work? What if that episode's broken?
It is not.
Next time we will watch that episode then.